Hello everyone and welcome back to another must-see chess game by Emanuel Lasker, who is playing with the white pieces, and his opponent is a chess player named Edward Adams from a chess Simul from 1901. A must-see chess game by Emanuel Lasker. So Lasker, who is playing with the white pieces, starts the game with pushing the e-pawn, e4, we have e5, developing the knights, and the Italian game, bishop to c4, Giocco piano, bishop to c5, and Lasker played the Evans Gambit, b4. The Evans Gambit is accepted. Bishop takes on b4, pushing the c-pawn, bishop goes back, and then d4 by Emanuel Lasker, charging at the center. So when Emanuel Lasker's opponent was much more inferior than Lasker, Lasker is playing a fun opening in the style of romantic chess. Although in the reality they say Emanuel Lasker was the first modern chess grandmaster, so he was a positional and a pretty modern chess player, but this time we see the Evans Gambit. Even sometimes Bobby Fischer played the Evans Gambit in chess simuls. So bishop goes back, and then d takes on e5, a6, queen to d5. Of course, there is checkmate threat on f7, so defending with the queen, bishop to a3, attacking the defender, defending, and bishop goes back. Of course, if capturing the queen, then capturing back with the pawn and fixing the pawn structure with a very strong center. So black didn't want this. Black is developing the knight with a tempo, attacking the queen, defending, and this is attacking the queen. Queen to g6, and Lasker castled. Queen to h5, clearly targeting the e-pawn, developing the final piece. Knight takes, queen takes on e5, and black is a pawn up. Knight to c4 by Lasker. Queen to f6. So you might ask what happens if capturing the pawn. If queen takes on c3, then capturing the bishop, and then e5. Or rook to c1 is also a very good move, but first e5. As you can see, this bishop is stuck, and how to develop this bishop? You have to push the pawn, but pushing the pawn is not good. So in this position, as you can see, white is sacrificing 2 pawns, but white has the superior position, so white's position is preferred. Queen to d6 is also on the cards, and black can't basically develop, and black can't also castle, because if castling, then bishop takes knight. The rooks are not connected, the king's in the center, the king is stuck in the center. Lasker, white has the open file, so we can say that this is the art of the attack by Lasker. So every move of Lasker is logical, so this is why black is not accepting the sacrifice. But in this position, white is pushing the pawn anyway, e5 by Emanuel Lasker. So developing the light square bishop is a problem. Queen to g6, queen to f3, bishop goes back. Of course, in this position, black can't castle, because if castling, then knight takes bishop, and then capturing the knight. And you can see that black is losing, black needs to resign. So black has a very difficult position, bishop goes back. Lasker played rook over knight to f5, rook up, lifting the rook up, and then h5, attacking the knight, knight goes back. Maybe black is planning to play knight to g4, but Lasker is centralizing the rook, knight to g4, and targeting the f-pawn. What now? Maybe defending with the knight comes to mind. A knight to e3, maybe blocking the diagonal. So defending the f-pawn. What would you do in this position? It is white to move and win, basically. How would you play it in this position if you had the white pieces? Lasker actually played the second best move, but Lasker's move was also extremely strong. So according to the computer chess engine, I'm going to show you which move was the best move. Engine says e6 was the best move. Can you see why this move was the best move? Lasker didn't play this move. I'm going to show you Lasker's move in a second. So in this position, if d takes on e6, then bishop to a4 check. And what now? Note that if pushing the pawn, then capturing the rook, and also the bishop is hanging with check. So if c6, what happens? What would you do in this position? Then bishop takes on c6, and then queen takes on c6. If blocking with the bishop, then capturing the rook with check, and if king over, then rook to d1 is getting crushed for black. And in this position, if f takes on e6, what happens then? What would you do in this position? Of course, rook to f8, rook takes rook, queen takes on f8, checkmate, and black is getting checkmated. So this is why pushing the e-pawn is a very strong move, but Lasker's move was also extremely strong. Can you guess the other possible very strong move in this position for white? So Lasker played rook takes on f7. Did you see this move? What a move, what a shot, a lightning shot. But black played bishop takes on f2. You might ask what happens if queen takes on f7. Can you see what's wrong with this move? What's wrong with capturing the rook? Then knight to d6, check, discover attack, and losing the queen and the chess game. And this is losing, this is all over for black. So this is why Emanuel Lasker captured the pawn with the rook, and then bishop takes on f2, and Lasker is moving the king. Is he losing the rook? Well, black played c5, closing the very dangerous diagonal. If capturing the rook, if bishop takes on e1, then rook to f8, check, and this is getting checkmated. Black is getting checkmated, and there is no sensible defense. And of course, if capturing the rook, then we still have checking the king and winning the queen. So this is why blocking the dark diagonal and defending the checkmate threat. But Lasker played when your opponent's king haven't castled. Actually, pushing the e-pawn is a logical idea, so he pushed the e-pawn e6. The king is in the middle, and this is a perfect example of why you should push the e-pawn when your opponent's king is not castled. We have d takes on e6. Well, of course, if a bishop takes on e1, then bishop takes on c5, and again, how to defend the checkmate threat? Actually, there is no sensible defense in this position. So d takes on e6, and then knight check, king over, and Lasker is lining the rook with the king, and he's announcing the king hunting season, because after bishop takes on c5, how to defend? Defending is not very easy, but black thought that, okay, I have knight to f2, this is check. If king over, then discover attacking the king with the bishop and capturing the rook, maybe. What would you do in this position again if you had the white pieces? Can you guess the next move of Emanuel Lasker? Well, we see a stunning queen sacrifice, queen takes on f2. What a move. Bishop takes on f2, but hunting the king, knight takes on b7. Discover check, double check, king over. And this is amazing because Lasker actually sees combinations and tactics like a machine. He played rook check, rook takes on d8, f8, and then rook to d8, that's check, king down, and then capturing the rook, rook takes on f8, checkmate. What an amazing, fantastic chess game by Emanuel Lasker in a chess simul. So what do you think about this chess game by Emanuel Lasker? So it was a breathtaking attack by Lasker from start to finish. Rook takes on f7 was the move, and then closing the diagonal, pushing the pawn when your opponent's king haven't castled. Pushing the pawn is a logical idea. And then knight check, rook over, bishop takes, queen takes, and getting checkmated by force. And thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Take care and bye bye.